Hi, this is Mark from 11 Amps Agency. If you are seeing this video, then you're either managing somebody who is doing the writing or you yourself are doing the writing. So I put this together as a guide for you to follow what it is that I need and how I need the articles written. So let's get started. You'll see a folder that will come in as a zip file. And then that zip file, I'll just have a README file in there that looks pretty much like this. Just in the spirit of staying organized and streamlined, let's read the article writing reference guide and acclimate yourself on how we need the content written. And I've also included a sample article for you to review. And once it's done, just zip it back up and send it back to me. So when you unzip that file, you'll see the README first, and then you'll see an example of the article writing reference guide, which is here, and I think that we should go over it together. And so basically on this article writing guide, let's start here. The basics, general guidelines, don't associate the names with the customer or the client with similar industry or age or disclosed location. Let's just stay away from using any references and suggestions to religion, sex, and politics. And try to use an active voice, not a passive one. And 50% of that text should have transition words. And you can read more about those transition words right here. And use relevant keywords. So people type in keyword phrases into the engine. So include keyword terms in the article and optimize so that we get higher results. You can read through this. It should be rather explanatory, but let's get into the best practices area. So the article should read like someone is talking to you. So let's just keep the dialogue very social when possible, and a tone that needs to have like a little bit of a pizzazz. It doesn't have to be over the top, but kind of in between kind of a business and a conversational tone. So in this tutorial, I've used Growing Naturals, but it doesn't matter what industry it is. The process is basically the same, where I use Google keywords and or Moz or SERPstat to get relevant keywords. Then I look to autofill those at the autofill for the most recent searches. Then I look at the bottom page for the ultimate keyword searches. And then if this comes up, I also look at the people also ask column and grab those top paragraphs there and to get things to write about. So remember, if you're using plurals, in different keyword combinations like rice protein or rice proteins, we get different results with the plurals. So we need to write with both of those in mind. So look at the results that come back for the top 10 and just take notes on the keywords and use those search results to identify keywords to build those topics. So, and then we also use Answer the Public to get different search results, which are based on the Siri and Google Voice for those voice searches, or what I call a psychographic search. And then you can also go to YouTube and do a search on there. Go to the tabs under images and for videos, and also do a search on SlideShare. So include the keyword SlideShare. And just pay attention to the advertisements that are there, because those are crafted by people that are at Google, and they know what's Google friendly. So we can take some of those words and incorporate them into the article. Consult the Wikipedia, and again, let's create our wide hashtags. And just a quick thing on wide hashtags, they're nothing more than our keywords in a hashtag format that we'll be able to use at the bottom of our article, and or sprinkled throughout if it's necessary and works well. And then also use it. I'll have a narrow keyword that is very just specific for the company, and I will provide that. If you need to check your plagiarism, there's one here, and basically, best practice for getting people to click on social networks is to click on your article, so don't be boring. So also try to frame things in with questions and numbered and bulleted lists and numbered lists. That helps dramatically. And then we also need to look at how each network psychologically operates when you're writing a headline blurb. So with Google, it's similar to Facebook in that it's just, I like to do something, or this is what's happening. Twitter is, this is what, or guess what I'm doing. Instagram is, here's some pics about what I'm doing. YouTube is, watch me do this. LinkedIn is, did you know these skills help you to do this? And then with the images, like in DeviantArt, those places, those hashtags can be incorporated with the website name in a short blurb. And I provided some examples of what this looks like, so you can go through and read them. I just put all the hashtags here, so when I'm writing them, I can kind of intersperse different ones in there. But these are basically the hashtags and the blurbs for each one. Always paying note to Twitter that description is 140 characters total, so you need to make sure that all fits in there. And that is the okay, keep going. So then I just made some screen snaps for you to say, hey, keyword autofill. There's your keyword autofill. When you start to type in how to fight cancer, these will come back. Get those words incorporated. Look at what people are asking in the sections along the top. Results on the first page. So basically here. So I just put in how to fight cancer. Here, people also ask for what foods prevent cancer. This is called the knowledge graph, and so I like to grab, click on these drop downs and get information from the top parts of those areas incorporated in. Also look here and you'll see where it says cancer fighting. When they're highlighted like that, these are things that that are keywords that are being indexed. So let's get cancer fighting foods would be a good one to have. If we go down to here, we see you can take action to prevent cancer or beat cancer. Good. To reduce your risk of cancer. So those are keywords that we'd want to keep in mind when we're doing stuff. Also look at the keywords at the bottom of the page for the searches relevant to how to fight cancer. So if you look at the bottom of the page, you'll see search related to how to fight cancer. Let's put these into our notes and into our articles when we're writing them. So that's the article writing guide that we've talked about here. Now let's just go look at a sample of how a blog's written. So this is basically what you'll take and use to write. So you'll basically be provided with a format here that says agency name, company, and then this is how the article should be written. And then at the bottom, you'll see the voiceover script. Now the voiceover script is typed or taken or extracted from the top paragraph of the article. So all we need is a good 30-second to, about a 1 minute to 2 minute synopsis of the article. So it's as simple as just cut and pasting, putting down some basic bullet points, and then at the end, I always close it off with, if you like this article, use the term, in this case, for debt relief for credit associates, debt relief now, or click on the links to discover more articles on similar topics. Then we're back to our social and search posting right here. So I just did another kind of example for you to see what that looks like. And this is, again, the sample of how a blog article should be written here. Let me see. That is what the blog is. So sample of how the article should be written, which is also right. All right, right. Yes, right there. And then here are the articles. So I did this first one for you guys, but this is what I'm going to expect you guys to do, is come up with all the keywords and do all the research as well. But I've spelled it out for you on how to do it. Here is an example of what you'll receive from me, and to go over it, I need to know what type of article is it. Is it for SEO or is it for ORM? Okay, is it designated to a blog or is it going to be a backlink? And then when we find the article, when the name when it's going to be published is called Complete Interior Remodeling Ideas in Los Angeles. However, it is going to be called blog-SEO Overland Complete Interior Remodeling with the version here. That allows me to know instantly what it is. And go back here. So if we continue down and look at what we have here, article name, there it is, that format. That's what I want it named. Any specific notes here? We're using Overland Remodeling and Builders in the article. There's nothing specific that the client needs for writing. So the keywords here are complete interior remodeling, but then these are all the other keywords that have been associated with it. So much like I showed you before, the keyword phrases for the first page, Google results, these are what I grabbed for ideas for us to write about. Here are the keyword phrases, which is basically the content I took from all of the phrases from different resources online and things I kind of came up with and what I looked at from just the entire page. So this is the keyword plus a modifier. These are just accommodations from the bottom of the Google page So this is best interior designs, top interior designs. You'll see when you put in complete interior remodeling what that looks like. And you also see how these phrases come through those top page results on Google. And then on this one, we are using sometimes questions, which I go to answer the public. That gives me ideas that we can use to frame questions and answer them. And because this particular client happens to be local, I want to use the city names of Westwood, Westchester, Linwood, Beverly Hills, Westside, Malibu, Santa Monica, and Venice, and incorporate those into the article. For references, if we have any references, it's kind of like citing your work. So put them here so we have them. Sometimes I like to include them when I do my posting on different articles, so it does give you a little bit of mojo. And here's an example of where you're going to start writing. So I will replace this image. Writers, start writing here. The name of the article is, Complete Remodeling Ideas, and write the article now. Boom. And then at the bottom of the article, I always include this below the closing paragraph, which is, if you like this article, use the search term, in this case, Overland Remodeling, or click on this link, and that will take you to the Overland website or to their blog or to a search page. I will define that for you. And then I put this down here as well. So that's already done for you as far as words are concerned. So the final thing we do here, next thing we do is the voiceover script. So we take these articles and create voiceovers. So please take the first paragraph of and the bits and pieces from the article and just write a synopsis of the completed article. So it should be about 300 words, including a closing paragraph below, and this should be run about 2 minutes. So just give me the total word count that you did, and put the article name here and put the synopsis, and then I'll just leave this here because this is what I always say at the end when I'm done. Then the next thing is what you saw before, write a unique short post for each network. I try to give you the framing of how you like to talk in each network. So if we do that, we are going to be in great shape. And that will conclude our conversation on how to write these articles. And if you have any questions, do hit me up at mark@11amps.com or talk to your manager and get some clarity from him. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it.